What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another FC24 video, and again we're rolling with this icon squad. It is not that impressive so far. So yeah, those of you that voted that wanted to see this squad, on the face of it, it looks insane, but it doesn't play insane. So anyway, we're getting wins. That's the main thing, but it doesn't meet my expectations. So yeah, as I said on Monday, we're going to do the 4-3-2-1. We're going to go balance 50-65, balance direct passing 40 width. We're going to go 7 in the box, 3 from corners, 1 from free kicks. Again, this is going to be a slightly different variation from previous 4-3-2-1s, and I haven't seen anybody else that's done this. I did a quick look on YouTube and stuff, and I haven't seen anybody that's specifically done this. Anyway, I have done it. I'm going to drop some gameplay, weekend league, things like that. See what you think to it, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss the instructions. So we'll start off with our rivals games. I'm going to leave the controller input overlay on all my videos from now on, so you can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So this is our warm-up, getting ready for the FUT Champs, and you can see here we get a nice little counter going on with the 4-3-2-1, and then the finesse shot. The finesse shot is so OP at the minute, you're going to see a lot of this from me. The good thing about the way this formation is set up as well is you're always going to have players in the box, especially when it comes to the goalkeeper parrying the ball to the left right. Sometimes you'll find that you're too defensive and you don't get goals like this, or even opportunities like this when the goalkeeper parries it. So this is one of the reasons why this formation is so OP again at the minute. You do get an overspill, and as I've said, the finesse shot is so OP at the minute. It is ridiculous. That was a finesse shot, believe it or not. You're going to see a lot of that in this gameplay, especially during my weekend league where I get corners and stuff like that. It is just, yeah, they might have done something to the Trivela shot, but they haven't done anything to the finesse shot. So, this was a kick-off goal purely because the guy did it to me, and it really pissed me off, believe it or not. So I just thought, oh well, let's just do it. When it works, it works. I don't often get kick-off goals like that anyway, but you can see the controls that I was using on that one. So yeah, this formation is, I don't think this formation has ever been out of fashion, to be honest. It's always there no matter what patch you're on. You just have to change it up a little bit, which is what we've done. So you'll see in the instructions how I've changed this up. We're not using that left back, right back, one on stay back, one on get forward. We're not doing any of that. And the midfield is set up slightly differently to other 4-3-2-1 formations as well. So yeah, I do recommend waiting until the end and watching the instructions on this one, because they're pretty cool. And they're different as well, and that's what we want. So we start off our, we're going to finish the rivals, then we're going to go on to the FUT Champs, and yeah, you're going to see how well this plays in FUT Champs. Again, just going to let this game clip roll purely because, we win the ball back straight away. I'll go in for a tackle then when I shouldn't have done. Like I've said previously, you kind of want to wait for your opponent to run into you unless they're really skilled at dribbling, which this guy really wasn't, so I happened to win the ball back quite quickly. We go on the counter-attack. You can see we're overloading the box. We have players in the box, and then, yeah, we get the opportunity there, which we don't take. But you can see how quickly you can go from back to front with this formation. It is such a good formation. I'm not quite sure why people don't use it. Well, I can understand why people use it a lot. I can also understand why they prefer the 4-3-3. But this formation, it's so much fun. Again, I use that word a lot just lately, fun. But that's what it's all about. We want to have fun with these formations, and it doesn't disappoint. So again, another high scoring game. Also, you'll notice that my opponents are quite high up the pitch, and it looks like they have no defence when I counter them, but after I've scored, and I found this a lot as well in the weekend league, which you're going to see, a lot of people just go all out attack on me with this formation. They're hoping that they get a couple of goals against me, but again, defensively this formation is pretty solid, so that really doesn't matter to me too much. I don't change the formation during the game. I stick to one formation. I don't even go defensive, which maybe I should. Maybe I should create a more defensive formation, but I didn't in this scenario. But this is a great goal. I love it when you get the cross from wide and you do get the header. It doesn't happen often, So yeah, we'll jump straight into the FUT Champs now, and we start off with a blinder, with an absolute. I mean, we get lucky here, but I mean, we start off so well in the FUT Champs with this formation. We switch straight to it. We transition into game, and then before you know it, we're scoring goals, and that's great. It was such a nice experience just to start off my FUT Champs so well. And usually I start off with a couple of wins, then I struggle a little bit until the placements are done, and then obviously I go into it, and then I probably lose a couple, struggle with a few, but ultimately I get what I want from this. But the start of this weekend was crazy good, crazy good. And again, it's down to this formation and this setup. You can see my opponent is going all out attack. I'm not panicking, I'm not rushing, taking my time. You can see we've now got a 2v1 and we're through on goal. Don't need my partner or my friend on this occasion. I should have passed it, but I didn't. But again, I'll repeat myself, you're going to see a lot of like these finesse goals and things like that. So you might feel a little bit vulnerable with this, or you might be looking at this gameplay and thinking, "Oh, you're a bit high up if one pass and your opponent's through." Yeah, that is the case. That's the case of any formation that you play. It is what it is. But this formation, what it will allow you to do, is like I've said it before. I think I said it in a previous video. If you should have some defenders now that are pretty pacey. Majority of us have now got defenders that are 85 plus on their pace. Once you put an anchor or shadow on them, you can have a 99 place defender. So in an ideal world, you don't really need to rely heavily on having four at the back all the time, which is why I'm starting to use that whole balanced left back and right back and just having them on overlap. You'll see in this formation, you do have to rely on your left back and right back a lot. But if you pick the right pairing, I think you're okay. So in this occasion, I use Laudrup. I think Laudrup's brilliant. I use Roberto Carlos. I think Roberto Carlos is brilliant. I do have João Cancelo. I do have Alex Scott. I do have Batcher, who I think is still an amazing player in this game. So there is quite a few players that are usable in the respect of the formation that you set it up as. I will say, when it comes to the weekend league, we just need to slow it down a little bit. We just need to calm down, slow down our gameplay a little bit, and take our time, because we don't have to rush. It's these formations allow us to have the edge a little bit. So we can take our time. There's been a few games over the weekend league where I actually found that I didn't get my first goal until like the 50, 60, 70th minute. And I know a lot of people will be sitting there panicking and go, "Oh, I need a goal, I need to go all out attack." No. What I tend to find is once you start playing and you start passing it around and you're getting your shots off and this, that and the other, another finesse there, you'll find that you're having more of the possession. Your opponent will make a change. They'll make a change. They'll either go constant press or they'll go to their more attacking formation, which I found a lot, and that was one of the advantages that I had for this formation over the weekend league. Once I got my first goal or second goal, whatever, I was finding that they were going constant press. They did score a goal against me and things like this. It's going to happen, but ultimately this formation will just allow you to get some insane wins and some insane goals. So we'll jump into the instructions now. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. So basically, the instructions on this one are I'm not doing what everybody else is doing with this particular setup. Where they have one left back or right back on stay back and everyone get forward, etc., etc. That's not for me. It doesn't work for me. So this is how I do it. I have the left back and right back on overlap. Now this is where it gets interesting. So we're going to defend in a 4-4-2 like we always do with this specific formation. So we're going to have our centre mid, our left centre mid, we'll have him on balance, get in the box across his cover wing free roam. Basically, he's going to be our LM. Then the holding midfielder, if you like, is going to be on stay back, cover centre, and free roam. The right centre mid, if you like, is going to be on balanced and cover centre and free roam. So these two will be your two CMs when you're defending. This one will be your left CM when you're defending. And my right centre forward will be my RM when defending. So this is why we have this one on balance with getting behind and come back on defence. which obviously then leaves these two players here on, as your strikers. When you're defending in a 4-4-2, sort of have them on stay forward and get them behind. So yeah, hopefully if you've watched the gameplay, you'll see you're defending a 4-4-2, and then when you attack, you're attacking a 4-3-3. But your base setup, so you'll notice things like when your opponent has a goal kick, you'll set up in a 4-3-3 or a 4-3-2-1 if you like, depending on your width upfield. So my width's quite narrow, so it's going to be in a 4-3-2-1. If you have it slightly wider, if you're running next gen, and you have it slightly wider, you'll be a 4-3-3. If it doesn't really matter on old gen. So that's the only differences I've found, and I find it, very OP. This is still a very, very OP formation, as you can tell. It's still usable by the pros. It's still used, in tournaments. It's a very much, when I play my weekend league, out of the 20 games I play, probably 13, 14 are with this setup. Well, with the 4-3-2, and not necessarily with this setup. So anyway, let me know what you think to this setup, because it is different to everybody else's. Let me know if you use it. Let me know if you get on with it. I absolutely love it. I think it's great. In my other squads, when I have my 4 slots, for example, I have the 4-4-2, the 4-2-4, the 4-3-2-1, the 4-3-3-4, and the 5-3-2. Those are my basic squads that I go to. Those are my go-to, and I've run them the entire, game. So, yeah, let me know what you think to this one. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me, and I'll see you in the next video.